wait for people to join. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Sorry I am late on. Poppy has just decided to have a nightmare and have a breakdown, so she is with Jamie downstairs, but this is why I'm a little bit late on to this live, because kids will stress out your days like no other, let me tell you. Hi Jess. Oh, people are joining, this is nice. Your hair looks amazing. Thank you, Charlotte. It was my hairdresser today, I had it done. Oh, thanks girls. So I'll wait for a couple more people to come on, and then the idea of tonight's live is just where I can update you on my week. So we're going to have a bit of like a live weekly update. Alexandra, I will be saving it, yes, do not worry. But if you have any questions, there is a little Q&A box down at the bottom. It's a little speech bubble with a question mark. So feel free to ask any questions there, and I will look to answer them throughout the live then. So, hey Chem, my best friend. Oh, thanks Carla. Honestly, I'm so happy with the hair. I went a little bit lighter, which I didn't know if I was going to do. And then I was like, yeah, okay, let's just go a little bit lighter. Brows getting done tomorrow. I have a full face of makeup on, so I look like I'm about to go out on the town. But I'm literally just, I took some pictures earlier on, before and after, so I had to put some makeup on. And then when I went to the GP, I bet she was thinking like, what the hell is wrong with this woman? Like, why is she coming in a full face of makeup? Thanks Rebecca, I'm obsessed with my nails. I love them. I went for like an ombre look across. But yes. Hey Jem. So I will get started, like I said, with the weekly update as always. Any questions, as I said, leave them down in the little question mark bubble thing down there at the bottom. But yes, as I start every video, hi, hello, welcome back to another weekly weigh-in update live. So yes, this week was a interesting week. It was my first week on step 2. My whole week was step 2. And I really enjoyed it. Like, I didn't really get on with step 2 before because I didn't feel ready to make that transition into eating conventional food, having to weigh my food, think about food. It was just too much. So I did do the week, as you have to do. After 12 weeks, you have to step up. I did that week. But I didn't really enjoy it, and Jem would be the first to tell you that literally as soon as I could, I was like, yeah, I'm going to hop back on the 1B train because it's just so much easier. And yeah, I did that then for another like 11-12 weeks. So when I stepped up to step 2 this time, I was actually really excited for it. And funny, I was speaking to Carla, one of my friends in work, about this the other day, when I was like, because we're vegetarian, I used to think that like there's no way you can have really a healthy veggie diet because all you eat is pasta, cheese, bread, like all the starch, all the carbs. And for someone who's carb sensitive, it's not surprising as to why then I pile weight on when I eat a diet that is very heavily carb and cheese based, which, don't get me wrong, delicious, but not good for you. So this time I'd actually spent some time to like look into what a healthy vegetarian diet is, like where you can get your proteins from, how you can have like a lower carb vegetarian diet. And the 1-to-1 plan really lends itself if you are looking for a slightly higher protein and slightly lower carb. It's certainly not like no carb or low carb or keto when you work up the steps, but it's just a little bit lower, and you're kind of filling yourselves up on that protein and those veg, and protein will keep you feeling satiated for so much longer than a piece of bread will. So it's like win-win. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this week, and I kind of thrown myself into it. I found like I've enjoyed cooking, I've enjoyed like looking out and finding new like vegetarian proteins that I can have, and just all round like really enjoyed it. On top of that then, I have smashed my water every day. I have drunk at least 3.5 if not 4 litres every day, and a lot of you have messaged me saying what's your like what app do I use, and it's just called Water Reminder, either in the app or Play Store. So like check it out because it is fantastic, and you literally can just track your water away all day, whether you want to track just water or your water and your like teas and coffees and things like that. But yeah, it's so good. So I mean, all this to be said, we're thinking she's on for a pretty good loss this week. She's on, I reckon, she's on for like another £3-pounder. No, kids. No. So, steps on the stairs this morning and lost £1. And I'll be honest with you, I was as disappointed as that was anticlimactic. Initially I was a bit like, well, that's a bit naff, like £1. Worked really hard all week, really stuck to my water, and my reward for that is £1. And then very quickly, Jamie actually flipped this over and he was like, yeah, it's £1 and you've lost me 6.5 stone. So like, it's not just £1, it's £1 closer to where you want to be for goal. Like, you're doing really well. Do not beat yourself up. And then I had to sit back and think about it, and I spoke to Jem about it, and I was like, actually, it is fine. Like, we all have lower loss weeks, basically. Like, to be sad, like, it's not all £3, £4, £5 losses. Like, it just isn't. That's just not how our bodies work. And I know I've talked a bit before about like weight loss versus inch loss, and like, it's so true. Like, you don't tend to lose both at the same time, and you can't like just lose massive numbers every week. There has to be weeks where you have lower losses, and sometimes that can happen when you step up as well. Like, you get like a few wobbly weeks. Obviously my first week on step 2 I lost £3, so it wasn't too bad, and this week's just a lower loss. But when you look over like the whole journey, that's now 6 stone £4 down. And like, when I say that, my brain like literally cannot comprehend it. Like, I still look at myself and take pictures of myself, and I'm like, how is that even me? Like, it's just, it is crazy. So yeah, £1. Jess, I'm also in the £1 club this week. Do you know what? I think a lot of us are. And one thing that won't have helped is the heat, because you do retain water in the heat, regardless of how much we drink and we try and flush it. If you're someone who retains water, you just will in the hot weather. And I definitely think that's had something to play with it this week, because I'm so good. But I'm not going to let it like derail me. I'm still as motivated, because I know on this plan, I've done it long enough to know I will get rewarded with that loss. It will just maybe be next week. So I want £3 next week, please. And that will get me into the 12s. I need to lose. I need to lose 4 really to get in the 12s. So 13, 3.5. I don't know if that's going to happen. Coke and dream. Hanky, but you wore a size 12 dress this week. Just think about that. I know. So I was taking some after pictures today, or like some, I call them like now pictures today, in the two size 12 dresses that I bought. And yeah, it's just like a pinch me moment. Like, I just can't believe that I'm able to do that. Like, and I think back to, you know, December wasn't that long ago. Christmas doesn't seem that long ago, and yet I feel like I'm a completely different person now than I was back then. Like, I literally feel like a completely different person, both in like my outlook on things, my confidence, my self-belief, my self-worth. Like, it's just grown like exponentially. It's just absolutely crazy. What is the one-to-one diet? Sarah, what a good question. I would just recommend going onto my page and watching my videos, reaching out to my consultant Gemma. Her details are in my bio. But it's the best plan I've ever done. Meal replacement plan, in essence, but can be tailored to suit you. But the most important thing is you've got a one-to-one consultant to support you the whole way through your journey. So if you're someone who doesn't really like group settings, or like the typical like club groups, this plan is like second turn. It is literally the best thing you'll do. So yes, that is my update, guys. Has anyone got any questions? Anything for a cheeky little Q&A this week? Because that's my week. I absolutely smashed it, and then had £1, was disheartened, and then very quickly pulled my big girl pants up and thought, yeah, no, crack on. Another week to do. Another week to get closer to goal. And we'll get there. Like, absolutely. It's not even, like, I had to message Jem afterwards, and I was like, there's not actually a chance in hell of me ever coming off this plan. Like, I am getting there. I can just sit and basically sulk for a minute over the scales. Sam, what's your goal? So my goal weight is 9 stone 7.5 pounds, and that will be a weight loss of 10 stone in total. And my aim is to get there by end of September, beginning of October maybe. Jess, fave step 2 meal of the week. So I think, do you know what? I think it's a humble omelette. I mean, very stereotypical living in Wales, isn't it? But honestly, like the omelette I did yesterday with mushrooms, asparagus, some spring onions, and then some tomatoes on top when I put it under the grill. Oh, it hit the spot. It was so, so good. One-to-one diet, little fish. I'm late. How's Pops? So she's okay. We went to the doctor. They basically said that the infection hasn't gone yet, so thank God we went, because otherwise we would have finished our antibiotics and been in this whole cycle again. So yeah, more antibiotics. She's just had a meltdown in her bed, so she's with Jamie now watching football, living her best life. Carla, are you staying on step 2 for a while? Yeah, I think I am. I think I am going to stay on there for like the foreseeable. I'm not going to let one lower loss take me off it yet. I think it's too premature to like do anything like that. So I'm going to stay on step 2 for now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying having the meal. I'm enjoying cooking, and I'm learning so much. I'm learning about like portion sizes, what food's good for me. Like, yeah, it's really like, it's a really good step. I just think you have to be in the right mindset for it, and if you're not, like I wasn't before, then I would just stick to 1B, because that is what 1B is there for, is to provide that abstinence from food and that space, which I thrived off to begin with, really did. Christina, I had the same yesterday, then decided to crack on. I'm capable of getting to 8 stone 7, no questions, indeed. Yes, you are. That's the kind of mindset you need to have. Like, I was messaging some girls today, and I get asked a lot, like, you know, oh, I did plan before, or I lost weight before, and I've put weight back on. I keep trying to start, I can't do it. Like, what do I do? You tell yourself you can bloody do it, and you tell yourself you're gonna do it. More importantly, because when we keep telling ourselves, like, oh, I'm gonna fail at this, I can't do it, I keep falling off, that's when we fail and we fall off. Like, you have to tell yourself that it's just being done. Like, yeah, it just has to happen. The same way I have to pay my mortgage, and I have to go to work in the morning, and then I have to look after Poppy. Like, there's no question. It has to be done, and it will be done, and you will totally get to goal. May, did you start the program on step 1B? Yes, I did. So because of my BMI, I couldn't start on a lower step, so I couldn't start on 1A. So I started on 4 products a day, loved it. My typical day at the starter plan was a porridge in the morning, mixed berry porridge in the morning. Then I'd have a chocolate shake or a chocolate mint shake warm. Then I would have a vegetable crouton soup, and then I would have a peanut bar. And that was my way for ages, and a golden veg in the afternoon. And that literally saw me through the first month on plan. Tammy, to lose weight a bit quicker, how long do you recommend to do the step 1B? So you can only do step 1B for 12 weeks at a time. You then have to step up for a week to step 2. You need that. You can't just hide away from food forever. You do need to give yourself some exposure to it. But I mean, if you want to keep doing it, you can do it. Like, you can keep doing it. To be honest, the calories on step 1B and step 2 are the same. So there's no additional caloric deficit in step 1B than there is in step 2. So technically your losses will be the same. Like, from a purely scientific perspective, it's just whether or not you feel you want to introduce that food, or you want to have complete abstinence. I don't think it would really speed your losses that much, to be fair. One-to-one diet, little fish, just thank you so much. You've really inspired me. I normally yo-yo, but I've been 100% and you helped me so much. That is so sweet. You guys help me. Like, this keeps me accountable. Like, having you guys, your messages, coming on and doing lives, doing the stories, doing my weekly IGTV, your comments, like, all of that is, like, I'm so grateful for it, because I feel like I've got the biggest group of cheerleaders cheerleading me on. Like, it's amazing. Like, you guys are truly amazing. My pocket runner, how did you stay motivated at the beginning? So if you go back to my IGTV videos, right back to the start, you'll see my why video where I explain what my whys were, and they were just stronger than anything else. And I got to a point with my weight and my body where I was like, enough is enough. Like, I literally cannot do this anymore. And to be honest, my life had got to a point, and like, I was so unhappy, I was so down, hated my body, hated myself, I hated how I'd let myself get, that plan was easy compared to that. So compared to how I was living every day, plan was a piece of cake. I love the cake. But like, there wasn't any need for me to stay motivated. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, I got the keto flu type symptoms day 3 to day 5. It was really hard. Like, I spent the day in bed one day, but still, that wasn't harder than struggling to get dressed in the morning, like struggling to squeeze my shelf arse into a pair of like leggings. Like, when leggings are tight, you know you've got an issue. Struggling to pick Poppy up, not wanting to go out on a walk with her because, well, it hurt to go for a walk. Like, what? Like, how? Like, having a couple of products a day and not having a takeaway was in no way harder than the life I was living. And I think if you get to that point where you're like, I cannot carry on like this, like, this is just impossible. And I remember the day before I started plan, I was messaging Jem, and Poppy started crying in her car. And it was like, you know, when they have a bad dream and they like really cry, and I went to run up the stairs to get to her, and I literally couldn't get up the stairs. I couldn't run up there. And I was just like, what if I had to run to her? What if I had to run and get her? And I was like, it's just, enough is enough. And there's that saying, isn't there, being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and nothing sums up how I felt more before I started planning than that. There was just, if there's rock bottom, I was at rock bottom. There was no lower I would be able to sink. Casey, how much is it for the meals and all the one-to-one diet? They vary. From consultant to consultant, each will charge their own price. Reach out to a consultant and see what they say. Generally, step 1, so the lower steps, you're looking at anywhere from like £50 to £75 a week. And how much did you lose before you started to see it? I probably started to feel that I was losing weight probably after about a month. To be honest, after the first week, you de-bloat, you feel better, you're like less puffy. But I probably really started to notice it after the first month. I lost just over 1.5 stone in my first month. And yeah, Christina, it has to happen. It does, like, it has to happen. There is no alternative. Like, it has to happen. That's what I tell everyone. I'm like, yeah, don't just, it has to happen, just do it. Jess, who are you going to do your lives with? I wonder. You. We need to get a date to go on. So many of you wanted Jess to come on. I don't blame you, because she's doing bloody amazing. I don't know if she's going to post her before and now pictures, but she sent them to me earlier, and I was just like, insane. She's doing so well, so well. I love when you're like, you see people on plan and they really throw themselves into it, and then they get the results, and you're like, when you start, I remember when she started and she was like, how much do you reckon I'll lose in my first month? Do you reckon I'll lose like £10? And I was like, are you kidding? Like, you'll get 1.5 stone off, not a problem. And she looked at me like I was literally, what's going on here? Like I was literally speaking like Dutch to her. And then what did she do? Lost 1.5 stone in her first month and looked bloody great. So yeah, I love that. I love seeing people do well on plan. And Carla, I was speaking to her in work the other day. She's absolutely smashed it. Like, she's smashing it as well. She's doing so well. Like, oh, I just love people doing well. So I'm quite new on this journey, and I've found this community really helpful and keeps me motivated. It's the best community you'll ever find, this community, honestly. So motivating, so many amazing stories out there, and there are stories for like that you'll connect with for everyone. What's the average before you move up from set 1A to 1B? If you mean weight loss wise, like, it's completely dependent on you, like your body, where you want to be. Yeah, it's completely up to you. You can start on step 2. You can start on higher steps. My sister started on step 3. She lost like 2.5 stone on step 3, and now she's moved down just to like help her losses a bit. But yeah, you can start on any step. Sorry guys, just getting rid of someone from the chat. Oh, my sister. Thanks, Law. Hazel, you understand how hard being heavier is, and I'm proud of you. Thank you. Yeah, it's tough. Like, so hard. I never want anyone to stumble across my page and not think that I fully understand how hard it is being overweight. Like, it is so hard. Do you want to know what's even harder? Being overweight and pregnant. Oh my god. That was horrific. But yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. CWP Operation Sparkle, you're doing so well, Rachel. So excited to see you get to your goal. Oh, I'm just so excited. I have got some plans, guys, for when I get to go. Like, I've got some plans with Jem, which I'm very excited for, and some other people on here. Like, I just cannot wait. Like, and I just know it's gonna happen. Like, I just know it's gonna happen. Like, I'm just counting down for this £1 week. I could have done without. I could have done with a few more to help me get there a bit quicker, but I'm gonna embrace the gratefulness for where I am on my journey today, and yeah, just keep going forward. Happy Seashells Norfolk on my first week, and your page made me want to go on plan, so thank you so much for your inspiration. Oh guys, you're so lush. I'm glad I can inspire you. I'm glad you've wanted to get on plan. Honestly, like, best thing you'll do. Law, the plan is going to mean I can be confident, beautiful bride, and have you so much. Oh, she tried a wedding dress on yesterday, and she looks insane. Her figure looks insane, like insane. And she's got a couple of little bits she wants to just smooth out a bit, but looks beautiful. Christina, do you have pop chips or no? I don't do pop chips. I don't do the fava beans. I don't do any of that. We leave that to one side. I just don't think I need them yet. Like, they're not something that I don't in the evening think like, oh, I really need something. So they're just not something that I've reached for. I'm sure I will. I saw Yasmin do like a chili and have them like nachos on the side, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I saw that and was like, I would love to try that. But what I don't want to do is have them, love them, want them every night, and they're not really, you're not meant to have them every single night. So yeah, I would not want to get addicted to them, which is easy to do. Thanks, Haruna. Oh, we've got a question in the question box. Oh, we're going to delete that because it's a weird question. What's with these weirdos coming on lives? I've had someone asking if I'm single. No. Happily married. Rings all round the wrong way. Someone asked me if I've cheated. No. I did have a horrible teenage boyfriend cheat on me. And yeah, that does a lot of piece out of your confidence as a teenager. It's probably why I got really fat, to be honest. Oh, let the twat win. And I'm winning now. Any other questions, guys? Oh! I meant cheating on Jamie! That is hilarious. So sorry. Read into that wrong. It's because I had the weird single "Are you married?" comment earlier on. That has tickled me. I am so sorry. No. And that's a boring answer then. I haven't cheated on my husband, and I also haven't cheated on plan. Quite a committed person in life. Oh god. You know what, I think 3 hours sleep hasn't helped with that at all. That's so funny. When you were on plan before, what made you stop? I felt pregnant, so I had to stop. I went on plan to conceive Poppy, and the plan worked very well. All I will say is, if you are on plan and you do not want to have a child, just make sure you're using additional contraception, because what I'll also say is, before you started plan, then there may have been less activity, so it wasn't something you were that concerned about. But as you tend to lose weight and become more confident, and you know, just want to be careful. Lots of Cambridge babies out there, and Poppy was one of the Cambridge babies. So yeah, it did what it needed to do. I'm loving you guys laughing at that. It's so funny. I feel like such a twat. What's an idiot? Charlotte, do you have any product hacks or absolute favourite products? I made jellies, they were fab. Love the jellies. Jellies are like my absolute go-to. When I'm like during my period, when like I need something sweet, I make jellies. I've not made them in a while, to be fair, actually. I could probably knock some out maybe this week. Absolutely love peanut crispy bar, vanilla latte. Am I one of Gemma's Slimmers, do you think? I love a hot mint chocolate shake. That's really good. And my absolute fave, again, will not be a shock to anyone, is the apple and kiwi yogurt, blended with two handfuls of ice. If you've got a Ninja, I do it on the crash, and then I do it on high, and then it's like it's so good. And I haven't had one today because I only got 4 left, and I'm waiting until I get paid to put my next order in. So I'm like rationing them, which makes me really, really, really sad. It's when Lucas is why we love you, because I'm a twat. What an idiot mind. Hi James. Are you planning on becoming a consultant yourself? So yes, I do plan to become a consultant when I am at goal. So it's not something that I want to do before, and you know, everyone chooses, you know, and has different drives to become a consultant and do that. For me, I'm just being a bit selfish at the minute, and I'm focusing on my journey. I've always been so like so dedicated to it and being like, this is where I'm going, this is my goal. And to have that mindset and try and support slimmers would be unfair on both me and them, because I wouldn't be able to support my slimmers properly because I'd be so focused on myself. But then if I focus on lots of other people, then I don't focus on myself. And to be honest, because I did focus on myself is why I ended up here in the first place. So yeah, I'm going to get to goal and then I'm going to look into it. But I mean, I have the best mentor there is in Gemma, to be fair. Haruna, you are the inspirational role model. I share my slimmers to keep them on plan. Oh, so lush. I find it funny though, because I'm like, guys, like when you think about it, it's so simple. Like just do it, just have the products. You have to work on your mind as well. I think that is a big thing I did when I started on this. I knew that I couldn't just have a shake day and become a size 10. Like I knew that if I wanted to keep it up long term, that I had to work on my mind. And that's the hard bit. And I think in the first couple of months I had more of those moments where like I would want to comfort eat, I'd want to emotional eat, and I had to sit with my feelings instead. And during that time I had a lot of baths. I just used to have a bath all the time. All the time. How do you make your shakes hot? So I get my blender, I put about that much cold water in, like 150 ml, and then I top the rest up to 600 ml with hot like water from the kettle, put my shake in, blend it for 7 seconds on high on my Ninja, and it's hot. But before I bought the Ninja, which I know I've gone about a lot, but guys, it's literally the best thing I've ever purchased in my life. And I know that if you're here watching me and you relate to me, then you were also guilty of buying unnecessary kitchen gadgets, and you probably have a Breville and a toasty maker somewhere in your kitchen. And I thought this is what was going to happen with the Ninja. Jamie very much thought it was going to happen, and for the price of it, he was like, that better not end up like toasty maker. But it doesn't. It's on the side, it's used every day, multiple times a day, and even Jamie has smoothies now, and he makes them like, he gets like the Boost menu up online, and then he makes his smoothies that way. Oh, it's the best thing. And Amazon also do it on monthly with no interest. That's how I paid for it, because you know, I'm not like a secret millionaire. Would you like another poppy? My anxiety is falling again after go and putting weight back on. Would I like another poppies and another child? Absolutely not. I love her, she's my world. I do not want any more. Jamie is currently on the waiting list for a vasectomy, so fingers crossed that comes through quickly. COVID is delaying that. But no more children for us. We had Poppy in a very, very difficult time in the world, and our circumstances are just that we don't live near any family, and especially late. I mean, we've known we don't want kids for a long time. Anyone who knows me knows that pretty much the moment she was born, I was like, yeah, that's me done. but especially lately with her being poorly and just realising that we haven't got that support network around us. My family live about an hour away, all of Jamie's family live about 3 hours away. Like, it's hard, it's really, really hard. But she's our world, and if I get my way, I'll get an actual puppy in the next couple of years. Hot mint choc shake, I definitely try to do. Do you know what it tastes like? So Costa did, it wasn't an After 8, but they did like a mint choc shake on their Christmas menu, I don't know, a couple of years ago. I'm sure it wasn't After 8. I know they did that this year, and it tastes just like that. Like, it's so good. And you can make it with less water and it'll have a stronger flavour. And you can even get, if you want it like a slightly minty, so if you do want to make it a lot, so you do want to make the 600ml, then you can buy like the skinny syrups or the flavour drops from Myprotein, and they do like a peppermint and a mint flavoured one, so you could put them in to strengthen the flavour whilst giving you more volume of product. All about the volume of the product. Gently, I'm on day 7 and started getting stomach cramps. Is that normal? Can be. I'd make sure you're drinking enough. Sometimes if you eat like the bars or some of the meal products and you're not having enough water, then yeah, I can still get cramps. Like, not cramps, but like I can still get a bit of a dicky tummy if I eat a bar and I haven't had enough water. And you are meant to have a pint, I think it is, with every bar. And I'm sure we're not all doing that, because I have a bar on the go sometimes and don't. And yeah, I just feel it a bit more. But if you are getting cramps, speak to your consultant, because it may be these products and they may have other products. They have like lactose-free products you can have. Like, there could be other reasons that's causing it. 1-to-1 Disco Girl, do you have the water flavourings for all your 4 litres, or do you have some of your water intake plain? What's your favourite flavourings? You're amazing, thank you. I have water flavouring in every single bottle of water that I have. I'm really lacking on my water today. This is pineapple, which was my like ride or die for ages. And then I went to lemon and lime, and that is so refreshing, so I'm going to order some more of that. The raspberry and elderflower is so nice warm. In the winter, obviously I started planning in December, so I did plan through the winter initially, and a warm raspberry and elderflower in the bath, like that got me through some tough days. But that is also my favourite as jellies. And then the orange, I'm not too fond of the orange, I'm not going to lie. It tastes like, I'm going to sound like a snob now, it tastes like cheap orange squash, and I'm not about cheap orange squash. It reminds me of being like a kid in school, in like after school club or something. Do you remember when, I tell you what it tastes like, do you remember those like cartons with the plastic lids and like you put the little straw in the top? That's what it tastes like, and I like Robinsons. Got another question here from Christina. Well, I suppose you're doing it completely then, sharing your results and guiding as a consultant. Yeah, that's what I look to do. Oh, so honestly, the Ninja will change your life. It's amazing. Law, what change has been the biggest, the weight loss or the mental change? So I think outwardly, weight loss, obviously, but I don't think any of that would have been possible without change in my mind and how I am as a person. I think those who know me and have known me for a long time will say that there's just a massive change in me, like in my confidence, in like just kind of every aspect of me. Like, I'm still me, like I'm still Rach, I'm still the same like person I was before Plan, but also I think that they would probably say that the person before Plan was less Rach than me now, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'd lost myself completely before I started this plan, and I think that actually I'm more the real true Rach now than I've probably ever been before, which yeah, it feels really nice, and it feels really liberating to not have food control my brain all the time and be thinking about food all the time, to have other coping mechanisms I can use that isn't like I'm gonna have food, which is what I did before all the time. Raspberry, yes, do it hot. Oh, raspberry, I have one tonight actually. Yeah, I think people get flat Alice. I think that's normal for people to get like flat on Plan. If you've got a large journey, for example, as well, like when I started on Plan, I was like, I was, you know, you see about a stone a month. So I was working out in my head and I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to be on plan till like September. Like, what? Like, that felt like a huge task. So I didn't think of it like that. Like, I always had in my head that that was my end goal. But all I thought was, I'm going to get to February. I'm going to get to my 30th. And then when I got to my 30th, I was like, I'm going to get to Poppy's birthday. And then when I got to Poppy's birthday, I was like, I'm going to get to the end of April. I think it was like my 5 stone or something. I was like, that's my next goal. And then when I hit that, I was like, wow, all bets are off now. Like, because I can definitely get to September. I'm halfway there. So yeah, it can be a big challenge and you can definitely feel deflated in those moments, but just keep going. Like, I watch a lot of guys on here. I watch Siobhan, SM Jones, I'm sure you all follow her. Yasmin does amazing stories. I love watching her. Heather does, when I save this after, I will tag some accounts underneath, but Heather does some really good IGTVs and like, she does like product reviews. So if you're new to Plan, she's really good to go and check out and watch her product reviews, like if you don't know what they're like. Obviously Gem, amazing. She's got loads of live save with slimmers, with consultants, like fab, and she's got a YouTube channel now. Heidi and Now, I watch their YouTube all the time. It's really good. Yeah, there's like loads of people. I was trying to think of as many as I can after this, and I know that, what's her name? Is it Fleeting Thoughts? She is incredible. She's a local girl to me. She also has YouTube videos that I like watching. And I just do that. Like, if I feel flat, I literally just watch those people, and they're just incredible. Have you done TDR? No, I'm not averse to trying it though, if I need to, but no, I haven't ever done that one. Gal Roos, in work, just had the soup. I'm on my first day 1-to-1. I'm 16 stone, so I'm hoping to lose 5 stone or so. And you will, girl. Tell yourself you will. There's no hope. You are going to lose 5 stone. That's what you're doing. You need to tell yourself this, guys. That's it, my fleeting thoughts. Everyone, she's on here. Go and follow her. She is lovely. And she has the prettiest setup for her video. She's not in her bedroom that looks like this with white walls. It's like very pretty. And she has the most gorgeous mugs. I love a mug. And she's got such pretty mugs. Which Nimba have you got for the shakes? It's the 2-in-1 I've got. If you message me, I will send you the link on Amazon. Christina, what are your physical plans for your body post-plan, and how often do you do yoga? So obviously I've always said I want to have surgery post-plan, so that's going to happen. I basically, once I've had surgery on my stomach and the tatas, I will then be looking to get potentially looking to get in some advice on how I can exercise my lower part of my body to try and help build a bit of muscle. I mean, I really have no clue. I don't know if this is going to shock any of you, but I'm not really an athlete. I do want to start the Couch to 5k, so I said when I get to 12.5 stone I'm going to start that, so look forward to that train wreck that could happen. But yeah, Tammy, can you, I can't, sorry Tammy, it won't let me come out of the live to get the link to bring it in, so if anyone wants any links to like anything I discuss in lives, just message me. I'm more than happy to send you the links afterwards, but I can't send them. That's a really like cruddy feature of lives that you can't do that. But yeah, just message me and I'm more than happy to send it. I get people asking me for like straws. I use like some of the randomest stuff, so if there is ever anything that you want, just message. And Christina, to talk about yoga, I haven't done it in a while. I need to do it more than I'm doing it at the minute, but I tend to try and do it like 2 or 3 times a week. Nothing heavy, like it's literally done as a restorative, relaxing practice. It's not about like beasting my body or punishing my body in any way. I've always used yoga as like a really caring act to myself, and other forms of exercise I think I've always seen in a really negative light. So I mean, I'm hoping like doing the Couch to 5K as I've changed my perception of food on plan, I can change my perception of exercise, because I think as well, if you've been overweight, you have a really negative perception of exercise, because normally you were the fat kid in school that couldn't do any of it, and so you got picked on and made fun of, and it was hard enough for you to walk around, so the idea of doing any form of exercise is just like impossible. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Fingers crossed. I think is it Men v Life on here? Just more people to follow. She like is an exercise queen. Like I look at her and I'm like, oh my god, girl, I want to be like you. So I need to try. I do need to try. But 12.5 stone is when I'm gonna start trying, because I wanted to get the bulk of the weight off, and I've only got 3 stone left to lose them. Hi Nat, thank you, my lovely. Oh, thank you as well, guys. Heather, girls, when I was just telling you about who to follow about the product reviews, that is Heather Bloomfield. Go and follow her. Her product reviews at IGTV. She's just a lovely bundle of energy. So literally saying to Gemma the other day, I was like, I love Heather's energy. She's just so like always positive. I just love her. Love watching her stuff. Oh, girls, thank you so much. My pocket of wonderful. How do you manage plan socially with friends? So all of my friends know I'm on plan. I mean, it's not really a secret, but I lost weight, like men here, like they all know. So they all know that we can do things socially. It doesn't revolve around food. So we have date nights with my best friend and her fella, and they'll just come to the house. They have food before they come here. We still have a really good night. I still have stuff in the house if they want it. If they want to, have like a chocolate bar or something. I mean, it's difficult going out for meals. I haven't done that yet, but I'm just choosing not to. I could go to Nando's, and that may be something I do now, because I haven't been doing step 2. Sorry, this bit of my hair is really bugging me. I haven't been on step 2 until this point. Before then, I just didn't do it. Like, again, Jess said a really valid point when she did her live with Gemma, that I didn't go to things when I was overweight because I was overweight. I had nothing to wear, I didn't feel comfortable, I overthought the situation, I didn't want to eat in public, so I didn't want people to think I was a big fat cow, even though like I had a shelf as an arse. So I didn't do stuff then. So, I mean, it's not a big difference now. I'm not doing it for another couple of months. And then when I come out the other end, I guess, just seen my best friend's comment saying to stop feeding her husband. He's going to need the one to do, and he can come on. I will welcome him with open arms. I cannot see him ever doing it, but yeah, like why just postpone it? And I think if your friends see that it's been a positive thing for you, don't talk about it negatively. Don't say like, I can't come out, I can't eat, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, I'm choosing to do this plan, so we can hang out together, but I'm asking that we don't go somewhere for food. In the same way that when I was pregnant, people tended not to ask me to go out and get on the piss, because like generally you don't go and get pissed when you're with child. So yeah, you need to just be confident in it and be assertive with what you're saying. And I think, again, when you've been overweight, you're less assertive, you're more likely to be a little bit of a pushover and let people walk over you a little bit more. We're normally people pleasers and we don't really know how to say no. And again, this plan, this is the thing, this is not just about shakes. There are tests along the way that build your resilience up and give you skills to then make this last long term. One of those skills is learning to say no and learning to put your foot down and be a little bit more assertive with things and have a bit more confidence and like stand up for yourself a little bit. And those situations will enable you to do that. There's a really good book as well on Amazon called The Art of Not Giving Up. And it's a really good book. And there's another one by the same author which says How to Not Give Up, and that, I don't know why I made them quiet, but just in case anyone's children are around, those are really good books to help. And there's another one, the Art to Saying No or something like that. All those resources, when you're saying you're in the evening, you're on plan a couple of weeks in, you get into the evening, all you can think about is food. Well, this is what you need to do with that time. You need to be like looking at resources like this. I downloaded Audible and listened to a lot of audiobooks, again in the bath generally, because I hate reading, and so I would listen to audiobooks in the bath. I'd go on a walk and like have a podcast in or an audiobook and like listen to an audiobook as I walked, and like it's so good. Karen, I put on Facebook today that I joined Cambridge a few weeks ago and I got so much negativity, it was unbelievable. Has anyone else experienced this? Yeah, I think you can get negativity for it, but I think it just comes from people not understanding the plan. I don't particularly push it on people or talk to people about it. I kind of just say what I'm doing and then I let my results speak for themselves. So if they want to be negative, they can be negative. You know, I've had people say like, people do that plan and then they put all the weight back on, and it's like, oh, okay, if that's what you think, that's what you think, but I will prove you wrong. Like, you can think whatever you want at the end of the day. Like, my husband's very good like this. Like, he will always say like that things won't bother him. He's like, people can say whatever they want about me, but it's not true, so why would it bother me? I feel like that a little bit about plan. Like, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Like, you do not have to come and do the plan. And when Jem did a live with SJ mentioned something really interesting about how people weren't interested in what you were eating or your dietary requirements until you were on this plan. Like, you don't go around asking people, what did you have for breakfast today? How many calories did you eat today? But when you're on a plan like this, people suddenly think they have like free reign to talk to you about your food intake and what you're choosing to put in your body, and I think it's a little bit fucked up, to be honest. You do you. When am I coming on? So guys, Hannah's just reminded me of something very exciting that we're going to do. So if you tuned in or watched my other live, you would have heard that I said that I would really like for like my friends to pick outfits for me. So like give them a budget and say, look, go and pick me an outfit, because I think your friends will see your body in a completely different way to you, and it will help me get out of my comfort zone with clothes. And Hannah has agreed to come on a live and do it. So I'm thinking maybe next month. I'm thinking next to the 5k time. Are you doing Catch 5k with me as well, Chen? Are we gonna document that little journey? But yes, I'm gonna basically give her the dollar, she'll give me the goods, we'll come on a live together, she can explain why she picks certain things, I can try them on. I think it'll be a right hoot. I think it'll be really good. You're such an inspiration. Thank you for all the positivity. Thank you so much, my lovely. What are your top podcasts and audiobooks? So, mention some of the books. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, How to Say No, or something of that nature. Podcasts, I love The Secret World of Slimming Clubs. Now, it's not about one-to-one at all. In fact, they kind of joke about one-to-one on it a little bit, and a couple of episodes, but if you've ever been part of a Slimming Club in your life, you'll relate to everything they say, and it's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Calm Like the Stream. Heather, yes, I experienced negativity when I did that years ago after I had my daughter, and once I lost weight, people were like, how do you do it? Yet no one cared, I stuffed my face. Exactly. Not one person said anything to me when I was nearly 20 stone. Not one person. So I mean, I think it says a lot. Oh, Jen, I can't wait to do the 5k together. It's going to be so exciting. You've got about, how far off am I? 7, 8, 9, 9.5 pounds off. You got, is that right? No, 10. 10 pounds. So you've got about a month to get some running shoes. And then we'll be out. I can't wait. I think it's going to be amazing. I've got images of me getting up at like 5 in the morning, popping my hair back, putting a cap on, and like running off into the sunset. So shoot everything out of you, better results speak volumes, this plan's like, yeah. And like, this is how I've always been on plan. I'm just going to sit back, do it, and then I will let my results speak for themselves. And that is what is now happening. People are, like, so many people come to me like in my life and go, what are you doing? And suddenly it's a really viable option and something good for them to do, because I think there is just misconceptions. And the thing is, I didn't do a plan before, it was reformulated, and from what I've heard, it was hell on earth. So anyone who ever touched that like Cambridge weight plan, yeah, it probably was really tough. But the one-to-one plan is amazing. Like, to me, it's just amazing. The products are amazing, you're not hungry, you've got energy, my hair's good, my nails are good. Like, yeah, I think that it's a difficult one. There'll always be negativity, it's how you deal with it. You don't have to take in those negativity, like those negative energies. You don't need to take that on board for you. you are a grown person, you can choose what you let get to you and what you let slide, and that is just the skill that I think we're all trying to get better at. Let's hope we have a few more £1 weeks. Give you to like Christmas. No, literally got a month. I'm gonna look at my running shoes now. I'll send you some. This is my little treat now, guys, on like a away day and a Saturday. A Sprite Zero. You can have sugar-free fizzy drinks on plan, but what I will say is I can't drink this whole bottle in like I had like half of it. The bubbles, I feel very bubbly in my belly now because I only started having fizzy drinks again probably 2 weeks ago, but it is quite nice. But yeah, plans say you can have the odd one, so I have 1 or 2 a week, but like that bottle could do me 2 nights, and I used to drink like 2 litres a day. I don't know how I did it. Yeah, it is. It really is the best thing ever. Julie, I've just got the lipsticks from Amazon that you recommended and love them. Oh my god, it's such a bargain. Everyone asks about my lipsticks. Again, if you want them, message me out. I'll send you the link. I can't wait to get to 10,000 followers on this page so I can put swipe ups up. Needs to happen. I blogged before. I had a parenting account. I don't go on there really anymore. And the swipe up function just changed my life, so yeah, I'm really eager for it on this page. But they're amazing. They're like less than £6 for like, is it 5 or 6 lipsticks, and they're just fab. They last ages. They're easy to put on. Just seeing if I can find them to show you. They're like a good size. They're not like full size, but they're like a good size lipstick. And then you get like loads of different like colours, and like they are a bargain. Here's some of them. There you go. But you get 6, I think, and yeah, they're like less than £6. They are fab. Love them, love them, love them. Ah, what a lovely evening. I've had a really stressful day, and I feel like completely chilled out after this. So thank you guys so much. I knew I needed to just come on and chat, and this is why I like doing my weekly IGTVs, but I think sometimes doing lives is a nice little change because I can interact with you all a bit more, which is really lovely, and obviously ask questions and answer questions. It's nice. Nat, the diet makes people be the best versions of them. Like you say, the results speak for themselves. Guys, when I say Nat's transformation is nothing shy of remarkable, like this woman is incredible. If you're not following her, though you probably are, but if you're not, make sure you do, because she's looking hot. She's got such a good pair of legs on her. So jealous. I always say I need to be a bit taller. I just need to like my legs to expand a little bit. Hi Claire, another amazing woman. Go and follow Claire. She's like gone from what, like a size 18, 20 to a size 8. Like what? And I'll be with her soon. Meg, could you put the link up after this, please? You won't let me put it in here. What I've said is, if anyone wants links to anything at all, message me and I will send you all the links. But yeah, I can't put them in here because I can't go out of the live and get back into it. And once I come out of the live and end it and save it, all the comments go. So yes, just message me. Whatever link it is you want, Ninja, Amazon stuff, just message. What are the smoothies like? Beautiful. I love the cherry and strawberry and the apple and blackcurrant. Absolutely loathe the raspberry and coconut. It is disgusting. Like, oh, I do not like it at all. And the banana breakfast one I like, but only completely blended so the oats have gone. And even then, like, sometimes it's a bit grainy. I don't know. I like the banana taste in it, but the texture sometimes isn't the best. I'm 5'3", 5'2", 5'3", quite short. See, Claire, size 20 to a size 8. Like, she's just insane. Like, oh my god, amazing. Man, wife, dad, I wish you could see yourself through our eyes. You're insane. Oh my god, guys, that is so sweet of you to say. Now I can send you a box of them because they are disgusting. But it's funny to know how everyone likes different things. Like somebody said to me they didn't like the apple and kiwi yogurt drink, and I like actually felt offended. I was like, sorry, what? It's like literally the best thing that they've brought out ever. Do you, Claire? Oh, maybe I'm in the minority then, because I think it's disgusting. It tastes like, I think it tastes like Parma violets or something after, like as an aftertaste, and I'm not about that life. I'm not a massive fan of it. Be good to yourself. Do you ever get overwhelmed with how much you've lost? I don't think overwhelmed is the right word. I think sometimes I don't acknowledge it. So I was saying before to Gemma that I'm so driven to get to goal that sometimes I don't sit and really acknowledge my milestones throughout, because I'm like, yeah, this is a lovely milestone, but I'm not getting comfortable here because this isn't where I want to finish. So yeah, I think that, and then I also sometimes don't see the losses. Like sometimes I look at myself and think I don't look that different to how I looked. You know, I know I look very different to how I looked when I started Plan, but I think, oh, I don't look that different maybe from like March, maybe like 3 stone ago, and then I'll see pictures and I'm like, oh my god, who is that? And I took some pictures today, which I'll share with you all. I've got a new profile picture, that is one of them, but I'll share them like on my grid so you can see them properly. And I was like, I can't even, how is that me? Like, it just didn't, sometimes it doesn't go in. And like, I was like, I just took the picture, that was me, but I also can't process it at the same time. And I think that's just going to take a while. I think that's the same with everyone. Can't wait to look at all these cats afterwards. Honestly, there is so many amazing people out there. You know, they say you become what you surround yourself with. So you best believe I'm surrounding myself with as much like inspiration and positivity and amazing people as possible. And this community just has them in abundance. And if you do that and you've got them all on your Instagram, if you're having a tough day and you log on, that there's always someone hyping you up and having a good day, and like you're like, oh yes, like I'm gonna go and have a good day too. When do you get the most hungry during the day? I'll be honest, I don't really get that hungry. I've started kind of intermittent fasting just naturally, so I kind of have my first products about 10:30, 11, and I try and finish my products by like 6:30. So the only time that I'm really like, I want my product, like I really need my product now, is that first product. And then that's because I really want a vanilla latte or like a coffee. Thank you so much. Be good to yourself. Oh, thank you, Heather. Honestly, I had my face bit of a cheese ball picture, to be fair, but I had my picture on my phone on like live capture, so when I take my after photos I use a tripod, and like I am now, and I put it on like live capture so I can, like, you know, move around for a minute, and it just takes like 20 pictures or whatever, and it just happened to catch a picture of me like fluffing my hair up or something, and I sent it to Jem, and I was like, this is the cheesiest picture I think I've ever taken in my life, but I kind of love it. So I'm running with it. I'm just gonna let it be. Like, if it was anyone else, I'd be like, you flaunt it, you look amazing. So I'm saying that to myself. Laura, I think you're amazing. I fall off Plan so easily, but when I see your losses, it makes me get straight back on it. Honestly, and Laura, this week, if you missed it, I lost a pound. I mean, I'm not gutted with it, but you know, you have lower losses some weeks, but I'm not demotivated by it because I know I'll probably get a bigger loss next week, and I've had a brilliant week. I feel amazing. Like, there's been so many other things off the scale this week that have been amazing. The scale is one measurement. It's not everything. It isn't. Like, don't get me wrong, it plays a big part. It does, but if you have a lower loss, you're feeling a bit more, you need to really look at all the other things that you're gaining, from Plan, from losing weight, from gaining more confidence. Like, you need to focus on that as well. Sam, do you ever have milk? Do you know what I did in the beginning when I first started Plan? I did all the time have milk in my coffees and stuff, and then I just stopped one day, really randomly, just stopped having it. And yeah, I haven't had milk in my coffee since, or tea. But then my coffee I'll make with a vanilla shake or the latte to go, so that kind of is the milk substitute. And tea, I just have milk now and one sweetener, one like tablet sweetener, which is fine on Plan. now off to watch the football, but we'll watch this after. Enjoy the football. My husband sounds like he's watching it now. Is it Scotland v England or something like that? Who knows? But that being said, I'm going to hop off now. Thank you so much for joining me. I've really, really enjoyed tonight. Like I say, I feel so much better than I did earlier on. I will look to add some accounts underneath here. I will look to tag them in the comment section of this post. So when I've saved it afterwards, go and check it out. But yes, thank you so much for coming, your lovely comments. As always, they really spur me on. As much as you say, like, I give you a motivation and inspire you, like, guys, you're doing this for me every single day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's to another good week. I mean, let's see if I get £4 off this week, who knows? We'll see. I'll take you along for the ride though. And if anyone has any questions, you want any links, just send me a message. I'm happy to get back to anyone. Anyone's got any messages in the week they want to send me, any questions, inbox is always open. But yes, I'm going to stop rambling, go and have a brew, and then get down for the night. And I hope all of you have a lovely evening too. So yeah, bye.